easy. This is Luke with Hot Wax and Cool Vinyl. Welcome back. Unless this is the first time you're viewing my channel, then welcome. So I'm going to do a vinyls finds video. Didn't do one last week because I did the A to Z thread. So I got some records that came in the mail this week, so we're going to do those. But I was just kind of looking at one of my books. This is one of my guides, I should say. Collecting. This is the collectibles of the 50s and 60s, and I was struck by the Beatles collector Charles Rosny's collection, and also there's John Lennon's Rolls Royce. Now, it sold in '85 at Sotheby's for $2.9 million. That was in 1985. That's John Lennon's Rolls Royce. So if anybody is like me and they have assorted tastes in collecting items, I like World's Fair stuff. I love 50s and 60s stuff. You know, I grew up in the 70s, but I grew up or born in the 60s, so there's certain aspects of the 60s that I really like. If you get a copy of this or any one of the more updated ones, it's a great little guide to have. So on to this week's vinyl find. So we're going to start off with the ripcords. This is 3-window coupe. I don't recall if I showed this or not 2 weeks ago. If I did, please pardon me. But this is a Columbia 2i, and again, it's, you know, surf music, surf guitar, rock guitar, California cool, you know, Ventures, Far East, the ripcords, all kind of cut from the same cloth, all kind of similar music, similar styles. Hot rods and beach and girls in bikinis. Good record. Nothing complicated about this record. You know. So I was able to get this on eBay relatively inexpensively, and so I grabbed that first. Next up is a copy of Billy Joel's The Stranger. This is half-speed remastered. Similar setup to the ripcords. I was on eBay and I was just kind of looking around and seeing what they had, and I ran across this in one of my searches, and it was very reasonably priced, and as you can see, the album is really nice and clean. And so I was able to, I picked it up, again, very, very inexpensively. And I wound up selling my copy of The Stranger on eBay to offset some of the cost. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I'm trying to really watch how I spend my money. And as much as I love records, I'm kind of trying to be a little bit more responsible when I buy them. On to Julie London. This is Julie London, Make Love to Me. Now, Julie London has a very sultry voice, and for most of the fans who know Julie London also know that she was also an actress, and only thing I've ever seen her in was the television show Emergency, in which she played the nurse. This is on the Liberty Green label, and again, it's really a nice, clean copy of this record. And again, you know, she was a natural beauty, as can be seen from the cover, and she had that sultry voice, which went along with her natural beauty, accented it all the more. So Julie London, Make Love to Me came in this week. Also this week, Taj Mahal, Mo Roots. Now this one I picked up based on the vinyl. The cover is pretty banged up. The vinyl needs a cleaning, but it was really, you know, not scratched or scuffing. There's not even a lot of hairlines. It's just a little superficial dirt. So I was picked this up inexpensively as well. Followed up with Songs in the Attic, Billy Joel, with the Obi. This is a Japanese pressing, as you can see. Gatefold is really crisp and nice and tight. The record equally crisp and tight. And what I did with this is very much the same thing as with The Stranger. Just happened to be looking through eBay. I ran across that one, and its price point was really reasonable. So I was able to buy that, and well, I haven't sold it yet. I have my copy on eBay to offset the cost of that. When I'm, because Billy Joel is so common, it's not like, oh my God, it's a first press and it's worth X. It's pretty common. So I was able to upgrade, even though it's a later pressing. It's still an upgrade, and I'm not losing anything by getting which was the second pressing. It wasn't even the first pressing of Songs in the Attic. It was a nice copy. It had Still in the Shrink with the hype sticker on. The gatefold never been opened. But as you saw on this, this cover is really, pristine. It doesn't even look like it's been handled. I think I've handled it more than the prior owner. So that came this week as well. The J.J. Johnson Quintet, J is for Jazz. This is another great record. This is on a Columbia 6i. I bought this on April 19th, and it was shipped out, and the guy was in the Bronx, so literally should have had it in 3 days. This poor guy shipped this out the very next day, sent it out on the 20th. I got it Thursday. And the packaging was spot on. The label was clear. It wasn't like, you couldn't read the label. The label was smudged, the barcode. No, nothing. This thing just went for a ride around New York. At one point, the tracking number, when it didn't come in, I took a look, and it was like up in the mid-Hudson Valley. The Bronx, for those of you who aren't familiar with the way Long Island is set up, the Bronx is an hour from my house, okay? An hour and a half. This thing, instead of going to the post office and then out to the eastern part of Long Island, went north. Mid-Hudson Valley, 4 hours away from the Bronx, 6 hours away from me, just to turn around and come back down. So, but in all honesty, the record plays really, really good. I gave it a quick cleaning because I just wanted to hear how it sounded, and it sounded very nice. So this came in as well. Like I said, this is the J.J. Johnson Quintet. Cover's good. The whole album looks solid to me and sounds great too. And then in conclusion, I got Sonny Rollins Trio. Also on Verve Records. Clean record, plays wonderfully. And I was able to get this on eBay as well. I didn't spend a whole lot for this. I did spend a little bit more than the median price on Discogs, but it really did look like a nice clean copy, and it was a guy who I'd bought from before, so it gave me a little bit of confidence that I was getting some stuff that I knew. This guy was another record collector, and so he kept his stuff pretty solid. Everything I've bought from him so far has been pretty good. So I was able to get this one as well. So that's it. Those are the records I bought, and I was torn between doing that and doing the vinyl tag. That's what is it? The new vinyl tag that's happening in the. I want to say the Inquisition, but no, it's not. It's the vinyl. Yeah, right. Vinyl tag 2020 locked in your house. If I can, I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. It's actually been 2 great days. The Saturday and Sunday out here on the island have been really solid days. So we've been able to get outside and get some yard work done and go for a nice relaxing walk with my wife. So this weekend was the first weekend that it actually felt and smelled like spring outside. So I was really psyched about that. And hopefully where you are, the weather's cooperating, and you've been able to get outside and just have some enjoyable time with your family and outdoors. And probably with some friends if you get a chance to, if you're lucky enough to be in one of those states that has kind of loosened everything up, and because you've got the infection of the virus pretty much under control. things are better here in New York, but they're not perfect yet. So anyway, so that's it. Hopefully everyone's had a good weekend. Have a great week at work if you're one of the lucky ones who's still able to go to work. If not, have a great week anyway, and hopefully it's almost over and we're going to get back to normal soon. So until next week, cheers.